Welcome to my channel briefing on Bravo. Teresa Giudice just shot down the speculation that her eldest daughter, Gia Giudice, is pregnant. The Real Housewives of New Jersey cast member addressed the recent rumors about her daughter on the December 18 episode of her podcast, Turning the Tables with Teresa Giudice. Her guest, POSCHE owner Kim DePaola, who has appeared on RHONJ before, said that a friend had just texted her asking if Gia was pregnant. "I'm like, what?" "I'm laughing, yeah," Teresa responded. "Where'd they get that from?" The mom of four, who also shares daughters Gabriella, Melania, and Adriana Giudice with ex-Joe Giudice, then shared one potential way the rumors may have gotten started. Gia posted a picture of her and her boyfriend, Christian Carmichael, and then one of me and her, Teresa said, referring to a post the influencer shared on December 6. "We were in Vegas. We were celebrating my stepson, Louis Roulasjur's 21st birthday, and I think she made a comment, like her caption was, 'I want to remember these moments.' Wait, this is the caption. 'These are the photos I'm gonna show my kids one day.' That's it. That was her caption." Teresa hasn't directly asked Gia about the speculation, but she's a seasoned veteran when it comes to the rumor mill. "I haven't even talked to her," she continued on her podcast. "I did hear that, but I just brushed it under the rug. People take things out of context." Gia Giudice teases her future wedding to Christian Carmichael. Gia may not be taking a major life step at the moment by welcoming a child, but she has thought about marrying her longtime boyfriend, Christian. The Jersey native began dating Christian when the two were both undergrads at Rutgers University. Back in November, Gia posted a video on TikTok of her trying out a new dance move with Christian. "Practicing for our wedding," she captioned the fun post. When asked if she was engaged, Gia responded, "I'm not lol." In the meantime, Gia is considering moving in with Christian as well. "Eventually, within the next year or so, I do think I want to move out, just because I want to experience that time together, I think," Gia shared during a September episode of Teresa's podcast. "Just to see how we live together, but I really do want to move in with him, eventually." Gia Giudice sat on her bed, her phone buzzing incessantly on the nightstand. Notifications rolled in like a relentless tide, each one bringing a new wave of speculation, congratulations, or outright curiosity. She sighed, brushing her hand through her long brown hair, and picked up the device, scrolling through messages that ranged from close friends to complete strangers. "Pregnant? Seriously?" she muttered to herself, rolling her eyes at the absurdity of the rumors. Gia's life had always been public. Growing up as the eldest daughter of Teresa Giudice, a prominent figure on The Real Housewives of New Jersey, meant the world often felt entitled to a piece of her story. Over the years, she'd learned to navigate the spotlight with grace, but some days it felt heavier than others. The speculation had started innocently enough, she supposed. A heartfelt caption under a photo with her boyfriend, Christian Carmichael, had apparently been enough to ignite a wildfire of gossip. She couldn't decide whether to laugh at the sheer ridiculousness of it all or to feel annoyed at how easily words could be twisted. In the next room, Teresa was recording an episode of her podcast, Turning the Tables with Teresa Giudice. Gia could hear her mom's voice, warm, animated, and tinged with disbelief. She was addressing the rumors head-on, as only Teresa could. Gia smiled to herself. Her mom was nothing if not fiercely protective. Downstairs, Christian was making coffee. The aroma wafted through the house, grounding Gia in the present. She stood, stretching, and headed to join him. As she descended the stairs, the sight of him, his easy smile and calm demeanor, brought a sense of normalcy to the chaos. "Morning," he greeted her, handing over a steaming mug. "Morning," she replied, taking a sip. "The internet's gone insane, by the way. Apparently, I'm pregnant now." Christian laughed, shaking his head. "People really don't have anything better to do, do they?" "Apparently not. but Mom's handling it on her podcast. She's probably tearing the rumors to shreds as we speak. Good for her, Christian said. But you're okay, right? Gia nodded, appreciating his steady support. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just frustrating, you know. I get it, but it's their noise, not yours. Gia leaned against the counter, reflecting on how far she'd come. Her childhood had been anything but typical, marked by the highs and lows of her family's reality TV fame. Yet through it all, she'd managed to carve out her own identity. Now a college graduate and budding influencer, Gia was determined to live life on her terms, rumors be damned. As she sipped her coffee, her mind drifted to the future. She and Christian had been together since their days at Rutgers University. They'd grown together, building a relationship that was equal parts love and friendship. Marriage wasn't on the immediate horizon, but it was something they'd talked about in passing. A distant milestone they both looked forward to reaching in their own time. Later that day, Gia joined her mom in the podcast studio, where Teresa was wrapping up her recording. The older Giudice looked up, her expression softening as she saw Gia. Hey, honey, Teresa said, pulling off her headphones. I was just telling the world how ridiculous these rumors are. Thanks, Mom, Gia replied, sitting down across from her. It's wild how people can take one innocent caption and run with it. It's the world we live in, Teresa said with a shrug. But you know what? You're stronger than all that. We've been through way worse. Gia smiled, grateful for her mom's unwavering support. Despite their occasional clashes, as any mother and daughter have, their bond was unshakable. They'd weathered storms together, and this was just another fleeting gust of wind. That evening, Gia posted a new photo on Instagram. It was a candid shot of her and Christian laughing in the kitchen. The caption read, "Clearing the air, no big announcements here, just enjoying life with this guy. Thanks for the love, but let's not jump to conclusions." The post garnered thousands of likes and comments, with many fans expressing their support and understanding. Gia felt a sense of relief. While the rumors might not disappear overnight, she'd reclaimed her narrative, reminding herself and the world that she was in control of her story. As the days passed, the buzz began to fade, replaced by the next headline. Gia and Christian resumed their routine, focused on the present and the dreams they were building together. And while the world might always have its opinions, Gia knew one thing for certain: her life was hers to live, and she wouldn't have it any other way. Come back to Briefing on Bravo and see more news.